This video will show you how to set up your new Wanhao D7 Plus 3D printer. Start by opening the box and removing all contents. Carefully remove the foam packaging and take out the cover. Check that the red seal has not fallen off in transit and secure it back in place if necessary. Remove the bag from the 3D printer and carefully cut all cable ties holding the components in place. Lift the resin reservoir and remove the foam padding as shown. Remove all excess packaging and unpack all components. Locate the build plate holder and screw it onto the top of the tower as shown. Screw the reservoir bolts onto the reservoir to hold it into place. Next, attach the main build plate using the large plate bolt as shown. Loosen the 4 screws holding the build plate in place. We will level the plate shortly. On the back of the printer, connect both the HDMI cable and the blue USB data cable from the printer to the LCD box. Finally, connect the included power cables to both the main 3D printer unit and the LCD screen and turn them both on. Once your 3D printer has booted up, it's time to level the print bed. Press Utilities and then the Level Bed icon as shown. Wait until the build plate has lowered into its resting position. Next, tighten the 4 screws holding the build plate in place. Now that the build plate is securely in place, it's time to add the resin. Raise the build plate by pressing Z height and then the +10 to raise the print bed. Raise it high enough so that you can easily access the reservoir. Once the reservoir is high enough, put on your protective gloves. It's time to add the resin. Open the bottle, remove the seal, and pour in your resin. Most small prints do not require much resin. Pour in about 1/4 of the resin for small prints. I've added about half the bottle for multiple prints. Press the home button and lower the print bed into the resin and the home position. Next, insert your included USB flash drive with your 3D prints preloaded. From the home screen, tap Print, then Plus to bring up your list of prints. Before continuing, place the cover on top of the 3D printer and make sure it is securely in place. Once the cover is seated correctly, press the check or tick button to begin your print. Once your print has completed, power off the 3D printer and remove the cover. Wearing your protective rubber gloves, loosen the build plate bolt to remove the build plate. We suggest having a prepared surface to place the build plate and model on, as there will be some loose residue. Using the included scraper, carefully pry the model from the build plate. I'm sure you can do this much more gracefully than I have. The last step is to clean up your model. Using mineral spirits and a cloth or towel, wipe off excess resin. After cleaning, for best results, leave your model to cure in natural light for several hours.